a few opening remarks, and then we can move on to my poems. And some of those are memorized and others are not, just over time period. So there's a select few. So I believe that poetry has the tremendous power to be a form of activism. With that said, as an individual who has been seriously impacted by a bipolar disorder from age 16, my hope is that my poems will bring awareness to this often devastating illness with a new perspective in this realm of creativity, and ultimately to foster much needed empathy. Bipolar disorder is often misunderstood and stigmatized, so this can and does prevent people from seeking life-saving treatment. I want to stress that treatment is not a sign of strength. Not a sign of weakness, but instead a sign of strength. As a testament to hard work, perseverance, treatment, and support, I am here today, just 2 quarters away from graduation, for a BA in intensive literature, a creative concentration for poetry, along with my chapbook, The Immortal Sunflower. I want to illustrate that there is hope for people affected by this, and that we indeed can offer a lot to society, though not to diminish our struggles. The Immortal Sunflower is published by UnCollected Press as one of the winners of their Raw Art Review Chapbook Contest. The Immortal Sunflower is a voyage of the mind, navigating through intense feelings that expose raw emotions rooted in a troubled psyche, and ultimately the transformation into the light. I appreciate all of you coming this evening, and now it is time for me to move on to my poems. Check my phone is not going to go off. But anyways, like I said, some are memorized, so we're going to start with the ones, 2 are memorized. It's titled Golden Rays. The man on the moon shoots the sun, some golden rays fizzle out. The darkening sky does not deter me from walking my tiger in circles on the cracked wooden floor in my yellow bricked apartment. Red leash bedazzled with rhinestones. I sigh, creating a void. Orange and black stripes disappear, remaining rhinestones. I pick up each sparkling jewel and arrange them in a star. So moving on to the next poem, The Battle Within. My words are shooting stars with no filter, flying rapidly like demons in the sky. The ego soars, drenched with sorrow. The air is funny today, molecules bouncing around so rapidly, so many multiplying. I can see them, the wind pushes me, and I fall some more, even though I'm lying on the red brick patio under the hot sun, while my thoughts are running towards yesterday and sprinting towards the future. My mind is wandering like a lost soul, crowded seconds, minutes, hours, song on repeat. Hours pass and my shirt is soaked with sweat, mixed with hot tears. I know I'm as good as God. Picasso's in my back pocket. No one knows who lives behind these curtains. Not even I, how hard I try. Don't want to be forgotten. And now, moving on to my therapist leads me to imagine a placid lake. Imagine a placid lake, my therapist pleads me. She needs me to calm down because mania has taken over my mind. I just cannot. Failure. The ideology behind it feels like it's incomprehensible as fish spewing fire. Terrified, I see a raging, threatening waterfall, bursting with psychedelic colors and radioactive waste, killing all living organisms in the plunge pool, and see that the man from the dusty street, he continues to shout at me, "You are bipolar," all while sitting on our purple couch. Red dove. The eyes of a red dove quiver. The sun washes out the color of its feathers from red to pink like the melting pink ice cream. With clear sprinkles, it is eating on the burning black pavement. Sugar crystals sparkle. I witness the pink dove levitate and float upwards like a pink balloon into the blue sky. Pop, the man shot it. Yellow blinds me into oblivion. The sunflower stands like a skyscraper, roots like a spiderweb on steroids. It seeds the size of pinpricks. Yellow blinds me into oblivion. Roots like a spiderweb on steroids, my feet get tangled in the silky strands. Yellow blinds me into oblivion. I pass out. My feet get tangled in the silky strands. I witness the grandiosity of nature. I pass out. Nature wins like it should. I witness the grandiosity of nature. It seeds the size of pinpricks. I pass out. The sunflower stands like a skyscraper. And then I need some water, but just a moment, and then we'll continue. Continue on. Got it cold. Hopes of freedoming from a psychiatric hospital. For 14 traumatic days, pulse check. I know we've only lived together for a short amount of time. Bipolar disorder. I've seen you in the movies, Silver Linings Playbook, bunch of Hollywood propaganda pushing agendas to romanticize you. Not everyone gets restraining orders. Pulse check. I remember the ambulance ride. Told the driver to turn up the music. Pulse check. Mania, you brought me up, up, up. Pulse check. Countless medication to try and bring me down, down, down. Pulse check. An injection 2. Pulse check. Hopes of freedoming and to touch the blue sky because it felt like rainbows were catching on fire. Moving on. This one is memorized, so we're gonna go for it. Rocket ship. I condensed the power of the ocean into one single droplet of water. It was my hot tear that warped time during my 14-day stay in the psychiatric hospital. My body no longer felt like mine. Oh, mania. My nurse told me to paint every day. Art therapy, she said. But I could only paint countless red rocket ships I longed to escape on, to connect my body to my mind that was somewhere lost in space and threatened by a black hole. I could feel she was disappointed in me. I taped up each identical painting to my wall just to realize that part of me was still on Earth. It's okay. So the one that follows, mania strikes noon. You'd visit me when mania strikes noon, stuck in a tiny hospital room. The world was mine, but I didn't make it in time, and seconds, minutes, hours collapsed on my head, so I hid under the white sheets on my bed. A prison, a prison, a prison. Depression talks back, don't you know? Whereas reality crumbled at my fingertips like a stale sugar cookie. Depression talks back to me, don't you know? And you love me always, just the same. A letter from my dear friend. I know mania strikes noon. I can't stop worrying about you. You stuck in a tiny hospital room. For it does not say anything about who you are as a... Ever since the day I met you, you are you. not a stale sugar cookie disintegrating by madness. Please, I'll talk back to depression for you. I truly don't care for it, depression. You for who you are, 14 days, then you will be granted free. Don't you understand? I love you. Bipolar disorder does not define you, and I love you. Definitions and diseases don't please me. I know you two lived together for a short amount of time, but the intensity built and built like my ever-increasing love for you. You are you. Caught in a spider web. A leaf dangles upside down like a trapeze artist, floating to and fro. A leaf spins quickly and tightly like a ballerina. A leaf twirls like an umbrella whose top is inside out. And then we have, her name is Astrid. This one is memorized. Her name is Astrid. Sunshine. The yellow curtains, sorry, I looked at you. Paused it. It's okay. Okay, her name is Astrid. Sunshine. The yellow curtains in the studio, the entryway to clear our minds. We practice yoga in the hidden space and live through the same curtains present. Time fades away like a raindrop drying on the pavement. Refreshed with tranquility and at ease, I sit on the humble wooden bench, ready to put on my worn running shoes, where my teacher kindly joins me. There we meet a curious traveling woman, a fellow yogi seeking knowledge. She introduces herself, Astrid, her spirit for life contagious. Our conversation travels the globe, from dancers to poets to creativity. We navigate life's ups and downs without a compass, in the quest for the meanings of life, explore diverse philosophies, the synergies of our spirits strong. Yet the answer lies in another dimension. Mostly I listen, their words dance gracefully off the tips of their tongues into my ears, ends up somewhere that is here. Heartfelt, the three of us hold hands, warm spreads like the sun's rays throughout our bodies, energizes us with a glimmer of hope, our truths transport, hands clasped with positivity, cementing the moment. Astrid, her eyes full of wonder, exclaims, the air I breathe out, you breathe in. Collectively, us humans, we are united as one. The breath unites us all, but this is hard to see, just like the Milky Way galaxy. Because we are in the middle of it. Unity is what we're seeking, and in this moment, the universe delivers. An awesome feeling washes over us, as if the Orion Nebula is stunning beauty in the backdrop of darkness thousands of light years away, showers us with purple raindrops, cleanses our souls. Like curious kids, we catch the drops on our tongues and taste a little magic. As quickly as she came, like the rising and setting sun, Astrid has to leave. Her name is summoned from a small island halfway across the globe. True to her spirit, she smiles as she courageously laces up her blue patch boots. We know our paths will not cross again, so I gently catch this moment in the palm of my hand like a floating dandelion seed in the sky, and close my hand with purpose. It transforms into a piece of my patchwork quilt, woven together by the light, for comfort, for joy, and to inspire. And just as she leaves the yoga studio with poise, turns the corner, the wind whispers in my ear, Astrid. Okay, and within this book, last but not least, we have Ode to Sunflower. And it's also memorized, so. Ode to a Sunflower. In outer space, a strong sunflower floats in orbit, and a lovely astronaut sprinkles joy on the sunflower. The sunflower seeds light up in a spiral, one by one rapidly. Beams of light radiate out from each seed, and the petals pulsate with power. Flashes of gold in the realm of dark matter. These beams of light reach the earth, coated in a blanket of black, cutting through the darkness, zigzagging like lightning. Oh, how the sunflower shakes its head like a lion shakes its mane, and showers yellow pollen that floats, drifts, and coats the darkness, ever so gracefully with gold, like a rain that reaches earth. A sunflower bringing joy into this dark world. Thank you. Sometimes authors debut new work at readings, so I have one new poem to debut, and then we can do question and answers. If anyone feels like they have any questions, I'm totally open to that. And I'll just find it. It was written about a week ago, so it's not memorized, but I'll find it. Okay. It's titled Farewell. When we parted, all the water evaporated from the earth's ocean, so only endless mountains of salt remained, as heavy as the moon, as heavy as my heart. On a pilgrimage in your honor to discover the tallest mountain, I traversed through treacherous terrain, while the sheer sun against the white hurt my eyes, and with every heavy footstep, my black boots crunched the salt, where this sound echoed, ricocheting from mountaintop to mountaintop. I prevailed by reaching the sparkling summit, then lay flat on my back, and with my movements made an angel, sensing her spirit rising, while witnessing the pinnacle of the sunset, its pink rays like roses without thorns. Oh, how I wish I could have bottled up that for you. For the sake of freedom, I shouted, let it rain, well equipped with my lifeboat made out of driftwood. The rain did come, dissolving the mountains, and I saw your reflection in a singular drop. Thank you. So, not that there needs to be questions, but if anyone has a question, they can ask. Yes, Jordan.
Is it difficult for you to write about topics so personal and to share that work with a lot of people?
I feel like that's a good question. I was asked this also on the radio show this morning a little bit, but how I see it is typically I write my works retrospectively, so when I feel my mind is very clear, full of clarity, so there is some distance from those intense emotions. So I don't feel too bothered by it per se. And then in the beginning, I was feeling like it was really kind of scary to put myself out there with such personal topics, but I changed my mindset by making it like a personal mission to bring awareness to this because we really need more awareness. And with that said, it made me feel freer to just talk about it or present my poems about it. So. Alright. Well, it looks like we don't have any more questions. Yes, this was the chapbook. There was only about 14 poems in it, and we went through pretty much all of it. So I really appreciate all of you. Oh, yes, Julianne.
I don't have a question, but I just wondered if anyone else here was interested, as I will, just giving Sophia an acknowledgement. I want to acknowledge her, first as a human being, second as a young woman, third as a person who catches poems from the sky somewhere sometimes. Sometimes they just pass right through her. And I am deeply, deeply grateful for your presence in my life and for the good
All right, well, with that said, I think we're good, and if anyone's interested in a book or so, I have a copy, but that's not the main point of this event. It's to talk, so, thank you.
Thank you.
Great job.
If I clapped it, I made the thing shake.
That's nice to meet you.